Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to talk about why I'm still virgin at 25. Well, it's a really hard question and I will just answer in a very hard way. If you are lonely like me, if you haven't get with a girl, life is really sucks for you. Actually, I'm virgin at my 25, but I'm not extremely virgin. I'm going to tell about the truth to you. Well, actually, I have been in Japan for 1 month. After the 1 month, I just get a trip there. I went to Roppongi and Shinjuku streets. I just had some alcohol there, and I'm not sure whether just I get in a relationship with an intercourse with a girl from there or not. But the one thing is like I'm not remember I was drinking so much then. I'm living in Turkey, which is a Turkish country, is underdeveloped, and mostly people here just getting in love with the guys, and the girls just preferring the guys who are the criminals here. Even Russia is, even the underdeveloped countries are same, even the Philippines. Mostly just girls trying to find a man who can protect her. That's the reason why I don't feel myself Turkish for a long time. Being Turkish, it's I'm rejecting my identification. I have always wanted to live in Europe, the Baltic countries like the Slovenia and other non-Islamic countries. But look where am I? I'm here, is living here. Being a virgin is really hard. If you are living in Turkey, if you are living in a Turkish country, your choices are a little less, and nobody gives a shit about you because your country is underdeveloped and nobody cares about you. And when you check the situation from the Philippines and other countries as well, if you are living in Philippines or the other underdeveloped countries, for example, I have to remember a name, Kelly Korea. She went to India in order to be a viral. She went a viral, so she has a fucking 2 million or 3 million subscribers, and she can do whatever she want. But actually, she from Korea, she is beauty, and she utilizes her beauty. In India, she became popular anymore. There are a bunch of YouTubers. There are a bunch of Indian shorts YouTubers. I know her name. I was forgot about, but she was Indian. She was doing the shorts, and it became popular. She became popular. Like the life is like that, brother. You need to put something to table. If your product, if your output is correct, probably people will go and love you. But if your output is really shit, probably nobody gives a shit about you. Okay, let's turn around the situation from my perspective. Being lonely is really hard, brother. Like, you are 25 years old, nobody cares about you, you are lonely, and you are getting colder. You are still living at your parents' house, and you want to change your house. It's impossible, because if you go to the States, the situation is same. Like, nobody can get a work. You are working from morning to night, and you cannot gain anything. No parties, no girlfriends, no a car, no house. So even just in a situation where I'm working, even the working is really shit for me, not for me. Sometimes I want to just hang out with the girls, just going to clubs, to living a rich life, but it's not being possible if you're here. If you're born in a low-level class family, probably mostly the family is just affecting you. If your class is really so low, probably you cannot change your class easily. I have born a subordinate class, and just I'm living in an apartment, and my life is really not really expected before. I have always wanted to live in Japan or other countries just to be travel free. I have always wanted to be location free, but I couldn't make my dreams come true. Therefore, I feel so sad about it. Sometimes I feel very exhausted and getting into flame to a chamber quickly. Because life didn't offer me anything, and then I'm just creating my own channel. I'm just trying to create my own website. I have always watching the porn and just I see the out of models. But if you are Turkish, nobody hiding you. I was just watching the porn about the old time young woman and girl, but nobody cares about you, and nobody taking care about you are Turkish. Sometimes I feel like it's better to die from this world. Why? Because if you are Turkish, nobody taking you in. And nobody could take you in the parties, and they say you are the insect. You need to stay in a Turkey and a Turkish country like the Pakistan, India, and other kings. People didn't choose their countries, and their life didn't offer them anything, so they need to create by themselves. For example, you need to create by yourself, and even just the Pornhub and the Examster don't offer many job opportunities. It is better to create my own porn website, but the reason is I'm living in Turkey, which is a Turkish country, and therefore creating own website about the porn and things. This industry doesn't work here. So you need to go to States. I need to go to the States, Germany, or Japan. I need to create my own website there. But as I mentioned that before, just it's the hard side to finding a partner, getting away from the Turkey as soon as possible is really hard. I have always been with the Turkish culture, but I really didn't feel myself Turkish, and the Turkish identification has collapsed for me. The basic reason for that, people cannot choose their countries which they have been born. Therefore, there's a great question and answer here. You need to change your country if you don't like your country. But the money is being a big issue here. And when you go to another country, you need to work location free. And not everybody is longing for the hiring someone from the third class country, which is Turkey. Well, I cannot oppose it. Just you are just sitting in the Turkey, listening to conversation about the Quran, Muslim people from morning to night, and you are getting bored of it. And all the Muslim people wants to live in Europe. Well, there's a great correspondences, contradicts here. It's a very contradiction. Yeah, sometimes it is better not to speak about. Sometimes change is impossible. Everyone is trying to find the best solutions, best answer, best living there. But not everyone just can capable to change their countries, locations, the lack of the money. I have always been poor and nobody take care of me. I have always wanted to go to the clubs, just living a rich life. But I'm not being content with what I have. Some people will going to complain which I have. Do you want to live in Turkey? And if you're asking Turkish people, they will think your life is okay. If you think the perspective of the Turkish people, maybe it's okay. But if you change your perspective to another someone from the well-developed countries, or first or second, maybe Taiwan, maybe Japan, maybe States, maybe England, maybe Germany, probably my life sucks. Everybody just getting just jealous of the better of their lives. And if I'm single for 25 years and life is really hard for me, everyone just some people just gave me an advice. You need to talk with a girl, and I said that if a girl won't love me, if a girl won't give me any attention, if a girl won't do the sex with me and don't date with me, well, I'm just going to talk about with her. I think it's really time wasting, but if the girls don't like you, probably it's better not to speak with them. I think it's better to stay at your house and stay there. If someone likes you, probably it's better. If someone doesn't like you, it is better not to be with that. Sometimes I have always wondering about it and think like what we can do, what we cannot do. I think the girls and the boys cannot be friends, and I will speak it easily, and it is the truth of the life. Sometimes when I check the chat rates in States, it's very high. If you are compared to China, the chat rates are really less. Even they banned the OnlyFans in China. Well, it is okay and it's understandable. Another problem is just coming up to my mind is the expectations, the environment. If you are poor and it is hard to change your social class. I was watching some vlog videos, some YouTubers from Japan, even they are living in the underdeveloped countries and under the cities, for example. If someone hasn't got any environment and if they are the socially low classes, probably no one take care of them and they are living under the bridge. Also, the states are saying when I was watching the porn models, their stories, they are end up with the suicide and they are living under the bridge as well. Because they are just making the money like the 60,000 key in a month dollars based, and it's a very high level of money. Okay, if so let's say example, you are just getting money like make this the $60,000. Like if you just multiply it with you can multiply it with the wife with the 40. Probably you will understand the 2,400,000 Turkish lira here, and it is a very high level of money. You can buy a house in a month in Turkey. And when you work the 3 months in that industry, you don't have to work all your entire life. If you are just thinking, if you are just asking more about if you are the porn industry, I always say the truth. Most people end up with the suicide and they don't want to leave this job and they don't want like this job, this industry, like as Mia Khalifa mentioned that. But They are still doing this job and they are saying, "Oh, we cannot find another job, therefore we need to do this job and the industry sucks." I think they can do another jobs, but it's really hard for them to work, and they are choosing to start OnlyFans and other things. For example, let's think about the states. The people in the states just starting to girls OnlyFans, and because of not money hardship, they don't want to work, and it is better. Okay, if you're asking the cultural differences in Turkey, just doing the sex is really criminal behavior because all the people are believe in Islam, believe in Jesus, believe in God here. So it is better not to speak in Turkish because their mindset is really low, and it is bad. I think we cannot deal with that. If I have a chance, I want to go to the States, be a porn movie star. I have always doing to sending my application to porn movies. They are not coming back. They are not sending my email. You know, my email is I want to just quote it if someone just from the porn movies wants to date with me. Sola Zola, it's better. I like this girl. Like, which one? Okay, I will send my email address. My email address is see, maybe just I can if you guys want to just open my business, you can send me DM on the Instagram. Yeah, if I just want a job from as in a porn movie, I want just accept the jobs offers in the Instagram. You can offer me a job on the Instagram. You know, sometimes I'm just checking a lot of beautiful girls that are just doing the fuck with a lot of men. So it is better to staying in the Turkey, praying to Allah and just waiting for help from Him. I think it's better, you know. I don't want to live in Islamic countries. My dream have always been want to exiting out from the Islamic countries, from the expat Turkey, but my visa issues is really hard and nobody wants to hire me. Therefore, I integrate my own business here, and this starting a business is not easy. You need to speak from morning to night, and nobody take care of you, and it is really hard, like, you know, brother. And sometimes I'm thinking what I can do in my next life, but it's being hard, and yeah, brother, it's being hard, but sometimes it's understandable. You know, doing five, I was alone. How I have always been alone. I didn't just similar with the Turkish culture from my childhood. I have always been watching the Japanese movies, Japanese porn movies, but Japanese films, Japanese animes, but living in Turkey. My mindset and my living area is so different. I am living a very small hometown, and you are expecting to accept this culture. You know, I was just watching a girl from YouTube. What was her name? But I forgot. She was Indian from just a college in India. No, no, she's from village girl from India. She's trying to speak in English. So at the first, everybody just laughed at her because she has a camera, the mobile phone. She started with the mobile phone, and then she bought another items and just maybe iPhone, and she's just starting a business now. She's just doing the shorts in English stories, etc. I don't know. Everybody's speaking English at nowadays, but the Indian accent is so different. Even I just watch her video, I found that there's an English English dubs. You know, it is very shit for her. You know, brother, she is speaking English, but his accent is not the similar with the English accent. Therefore, probably just trying to make fun of a bit of just kidding. But the Indian people are really great speaker in the English language, but their accent, if they are trying to speak in the maybe Japanese language, Indian people will have a better accent because some accents are not similar with each other. For example, if I speak in Japanese language, for example, 私は日本語で簡単に話せることができますよ。だからこそ私は今までにも日本語で話して、そうやって私の日本語のレベルね、上達するようになりましたよ。それはそうだからね。という質問、という文章。For example, if I speak like that, probably my Japanese is understandable, my accent is understandable. Why? The basic reason is the Turkish accent and the Japanese accent is a bit similar with each other. Like sometimes even if I'm speaking in the English language, like my accent is similar with the English language because I'm Turkish. The accent is really important here. If you do a great accent, people can understand, and even you do the grammar mistakes, the accent is a key factor here. People can notice you. People can just be with you with your accent. the accent, the spelling the words are really important rather than just speaking in a grammar structure rules. Because you need to say the words from your heart to their hearts. You need to bring the peace. You like the Optimus Prime? I don't care whether Optimus Prime or Optimus Crime. Good job, good jokes, brother. Yeah, like brother. Being Virgin is really hard. Like, nobody cares, so take care of me, and everybody just left my situation. If you are poor and if you don't have a lot of money, life is really sucks for you. And when you try to make the business, and when you try to make a maybe if you are trying to make it the music, the rap, even nobody gives a shit about it. And I'm trying to rap and I'm trying to speak with you, but life is not really expected before. I have always wanted to make a girlfriend, but I didn't make it. Therefore, my life is really shit. When I was in the Czech Republic in Erasmus, just met with the girl and she was so beautiful. But look where am I? I'm living in Turkey and just suffering here with all the Muslim peoples. They are praying to God all the time and they are just doing the money laundering. Yeah, bro, they are praying to God and they are just tax evade because they are the Muslim people, brother. If they are Muslim, they are just doing the praying to God, but they are doing a lot of bad things after just you shut the camera. Yeah, the life is really like that, brother. Like, if I just ask in my opinion, probably I want to uh, live in the Europe, live in the other first class or second class countries. The YouTube sometimes allowing you this chance if your channel don't get banned. Because everybody should be equal. Even the Indian girl just getting the money from it, this YouTube, it's better because everyone should be equal, right? Not all the time. Just the English are first, the other countries are first. For example, Palestinian people are dying there. Why they are dying there? I will say the truth because their government isn't very powerful. If your government isn't very powerful, if you don't have any power, probably other countries will going to assault, will going to conquer you. That's really sad. Aren't there human beings dying there? Are they deserving to get died there? No. But why they are getting died by the Netanyahu? I really hate from Netanyahu, but I will also say the one thing. If you are less powerful, probably someone will come up and smash you. And when you say the opposite. For example, let's say the Frederick Nietzsche perspective, and he's just arguing that when you are just eating the grass or eating the flows, the ox can fight you again. And when you just eat the flows. The Palestinian people just dying there, and it's a very sad situation. As I mentioned that before, the basic reason for it, everybody is a human being, and everybody is deserving to live. And the dying situation is really hard. Nobody is deserving to die. The dying is really bad, and not everybody is deserving it. Yeah, where everybody should be different from each other. Every human being is important in this universe. Therefore, I really sad for them, and I had to come back my situation here. I don't really like my life. Why I'm using at my 25? Because I wasn't be attractive for the people, and if you are not attractive enough, people not going to take care about you, and you are struggling with your emotions, with your environment, and still nobody gives a shit about you. I really don't like the work from morning to night, just living in my parents' house, just trying to change my location and country is not easy peasy. The scholarships and the money is being so important. If you don't have your own business, you fucked up, brother. You have to live all your entire life. I wish I had money to change my country and location. I don't have to be location addicted. Yeah, and I wish I had a chance to go to Japan, not living here. When I was watching the people there and they find really great partners and they just build up their lives, still I couldn't make it. Well, some people deserving and some people not, but I wish I had a girlfriend. I wish I had a girlfriend. That's the reason why I'm here. Being lonely is so hard and nobody take cares of you and you are just living the shitty stuff, shitty meals, shitty life. Yeah, and thank you for watching until now. And as I mentioned that if your life is really sucks, this is really hard, brother. Nobody take cares of you. Thank you for watching until now. See you on the next video. Goodbye.